trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she fucking treat. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz. What this pink stuff is. Long time. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it pounding ever since I've been gone like Kelly. They been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, bad, it gets a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
From the gun, Fitzgerald looking deep for Julio. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Peterson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Falcons. Adrian Peterson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
6. Broncos nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the 57's right. Too little, cut. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Better bring it.
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Gerald's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
That's good.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Julio Jones once again the intended target.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 14.
Push him back. Hey, check mark 33. 19 right. Watch the curve.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Hey, check Mike 33. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And it's second down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Falcons 6, Broncos nothing.
Second and 5.
I got one. Let's 57. 57's the mic. You better be afraid of me. 57's the mic. 70 Ranger.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. This one caught by Ridley. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown.
Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Falcons 6.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Deontay Spencer on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Throwing on 1st down. Fitzgerald looking downfield for Jones. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Returning it, here's Spencer.
A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Set the turn, defense. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 57. 57. Mike 57. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzgerald. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Fitzgerald. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
57 to Mike. I got you, son. 57 to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzgerald. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
10 at the 40-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the 1st target, not just the 1st catch, 1st target. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Kill. Check your hot read. Panther 60.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there, 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A give to Peterson out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
We got three.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
Down.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And that'll set him back 5.
And the situation changes a bit now. First and goal from back at the 10.
57, Mike. Mike 57.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he stopped immediately there. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Check tight. Check tight. 19 tight. 19 tight.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. From the gun, it's Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On third down, Locke. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Locke with a throw, caught by Hamler. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Let's go. Check 52.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's third down. An important play right here, third and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on third down, Locke, and he's going to have the hook up the side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's a gain of 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Locke looks to throw it again. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now Gordon on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Brandon McManus to kick off for
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, I like your respect. You're the more than when I get expected up the back. In fact, I said that on my account.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald looking deep for Julio. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzgerald. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
At the 45-yard line.
From the gun, Fitzgerald looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Peterson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
29-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 22, Fitzgerald. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Jabal Sheard on the stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
You think you won't get that? You think you won't get that? 57. Mike, 57. Ran out.
On 3rd down, Fitzgerald uses the spin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
You want this? Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Check.
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
2 yards on the pickup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
15-yard line.
Block working out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
3rd down. 3rd and 11.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Operating from the gun. Locke. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be out right at the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He's brought down by Deion Jones.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Broncos first down.
Kill. 66. Do it right.
Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On the option, Locke will keep it.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
1st down, Denver.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
It's 2nd and 8.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
This is the tight end fan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Complete.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Lock to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Denver.
Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Broncos, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time.